Yep.
Which explain away, but there is a look in some of the, like that goat knocking on the door, dude. That was not faked, I don't think. Not to my concerning eyes.
How about the dogs that are walking on their hind legs around the kitchen, like they know the kitchen real well and stuff?
Yeah. Like there's some creepy related. Stuff. Okay, then we'll talk about the Skinwalker Ranch, that's right? Necessary. Well,
and
everybody's
doctored
ranch, huh?
It's not doctored footage.
No, it's not. It's legit.
No, some of these going around are not doctored, and it's weird, man.
Yeah, it's pretty heavy. That's why. Yeah, that's.
Why didn't anybody bring one to show us?
Because I sent you a video, and you haven't even brought that one up. So there.
Oh wow.
But they're not doctored. I mean, some of them, some of the videos, like, I've been watching a channel called, oh God, what's the channel I like? Oh, That Is Impossible. And that has sometimes there's some doctored stuff on there, and the guy will even be like, the commentator guy, he'll be like, well, what do you guys think of this? Is this fake? Is this one fake? But it's about, I'd say 60% of it's legit and 40% are fake. But you can tell when it's fake. You're like, you question it. But no, so the one that she's talking about, the goat at the door, that
sounds scary.
The thing looked possessed, and there is no other way to say it.
And it doesn't look like a normal goat either.
So is this like through the peephole or something?
No, it should have. Did it knock on the door? I don't know what the hell, but they opened the front door, and there's this.
No, they opened the door?
Yeah.
Okay, they open the door, and there it is on the other side of the screen. And it's like it's not big goat with big, it's young goat, all white, which was creepy because then you can see the pink parts too, because that's weird. And just staring on its hind legs, and not moving, just staring at them. It was the creepiest, most possessed looking thing I've ever seen.
It's pretty weird.
On the door. That is weird.
I don't know if it knocked on the door. Somehow it was at the front door and they opened it.
Yeah.
But knocked or not.
It might have set off a motion camera or something like that. One of those doorbell cams or whatever.
And I don't know, there's like, mad cow disease, which is also, what is the deer equivalent to that? I can't remember what they call it. But
Lyme disease?
Huh?
Lyme disease?
No, that's there's the deer get it too. But
they got Lyme disease.
Like diseases, right?
Yeah.
And proteins on the cellular membranes in your brain, right?
Uh-huh.
And what prion diseases do is they come along and they basically attach themselves to one end of the prion, but then they continue to replicate it incorrectly, right? So your brain gets all confused and can't work anymore. That's why mad cows go mad, right?
Oh, wow.
I believe rabies might be a prion disease as well. I'm not sure about that one.
Right.
But there's pretty much nothing they can do for these things either. But so I've seen some footage where I thought, well, maybe it's a prion disease. I've seen like the drunk raccoons that aren't drunk. Distemper, I think, is another one, right? So all these animals that look like they're drunk, but they're not. It's the brain thing. Right. It's that kind of thing.
Have you seen?
And I think that some of this footage of some of these animals could be just explained away like that, or like the neck with the donkey.
Right.
That one I could see, that donkey got hit by a car and somehow lived, but now is very, very lame. Right. But some of these I can't explain away.
How about
You're right. Some of those dogs standing up like they just walking around owning a joint.
Yeah.
And nobody's looking. It's a little weird.
There's a one where it's walking around the kitchen like it owns the place, and then it's like totally avoiding the master or whatever, and it goes into a room and it shows the dog looking through like the doors almost all the way. It's just ajar, the door's just ajar, and it peeks its head and then it shuts the fucking door. The dog
it's just weird.
Door,
no way.
Yeah, way. And Have you seen the one, where the cat turns into a person? Like literally, like, okay, like there's a cat fight going on out this lady's here's a cat fight going on outside her window. So she gets her camera and she goes to the window and starts filming it. And then it's in the city. So there's like street lamps, that are casting shadows. And so she can see the shadows of the cats fighting, and she can see the cats fighting, but then they separate, and one cat, like they take off, one cat takes off one way and the other cat goes behind a parked car. And then you can see the shadow of the cat behind the parked car, but then the shadow manifests into a person, and then that person just takes off. And it's totally
I saw another one that was I want to say a big deer, might have been an elk, turned into a guy when it got hit by a car. I mean, it was like dash cam.
Yeah.
What's up, Oz?
Osman.
That for ourselves and for future generations. A new world order.
Retro FM.
The law of the jungle governs the conduct of the.
They're saying that those excavations are just the surface of them, and they go farther down. So maybe a race of giants lived there. Who knows? So I think there's ample evidence to show that there's a race of people or creatures out there that are huge.
Right.
Way more than us. And of course, again, not the right show, but it goes, there's mentions of it in the biblical times. Samson,
Oh yeah.
David and Goliath, right? So
That's so funny that you brought up the Posey Chapel, because I was going to bring that up on the show tonight. Yeah. We're talking what? That's like 9,000 BC.
yeah.
Right around where they've dated that, and that's some intricate stuff, man.
Right.
That's insane. And we still insist that these guys did this with primitive tools and a lot of patience. I call BS. They had some brilliant way of doing it that is so easy, we just can't see it right in front of our face. That's what I think.
Right.
I think there is something to be said for sound frequency and resonance.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh.
Going down a whole other road. Sasquatch, yes.
Yeah.
Dizzy.
Sure. Dizzy.
Hey, can you hear me now?
I can.
Yes.
Can you hear us now?
Oh, cool. Oh, sorry. Yeah, there's that city in Argentina. I can't think of it. With the Incans occupied it for a while there. It's the megaliths, the megalithic city.
Okay.
It's either Chichen Itza or
You know what I'm talking about?
the T. I know what you're talking about.
Machu Picchu.
No, it's either Chichen Itza or it starts with a T, and it's a longer one.
Quetzalcoatl.
No.
Yeah, hold on.
Anyway.
That's why we're here, because we don't know.
So here's the interesting thing too, guys, is I've heard stories when a lot of these creatures get encountered that people just like they freeze, or for some reason that they're not able to move, and there's a lot of conjecture about there's something telepathic or some kind of powers that these creatures have. There's if you a show of mine that I love to watch shows, just weird shows, in search of back in the old days in the 70s. There's a show called Skinwalker Ranch, right? Mysteries of Skinwalker Ranch.
Yeah.
And one of the theories there is that somebody allegedly saw a Sasquatch manifest out of some kind of portal. There was a fog and then like a little kind of a electrical flash of light, and the Sasquatch appeared out of nowhere and walked across a field. So maybe,
Really?
there's theories that maybe it's something that alien that drops off or
Yeah.
But I'm going to tell you this, when I was a child, and I shared this story with DJ Phoenix several weeks back. When I was a child, about age of 7, camping over in Anacortes, Washington, not Anacortes Island, but the actual city of Anacortes, much less populous now. My family, myself and my 2 brothers and mom and dad were camping in Anacortes, kind of in the woods. And we saw something, big hairy creature down on the riverbank, typical river rock, about probably 20, 30 foot of riverbank, hairy creature, kind of squat down, take some water, and then go back off into the woods. I was frozen. I don't want to say in fear, but just I couldn't move.
Yo, what's going down? It's your boy WFX. I am doing a show called Hook, Line, and Thinker with DJ D Phoenix on Neo Retro FM, so tune into that.
Let's see. Oh, along the lines of the fire, and I don't want to make light of it because there's nothing to be made light of, but coming at it from the perspective that would make sense on this show, the stories that have come out, the footage that has come out, it's a lot like the islands. This is a lot like what happened on, what was it, Oahu?
No, Maui.
Maui. These kind of things don't just happen, people.
In the area, on the island, it's the area, what was the local Lahaina, which was the old, historic, didn't have any none of the high.
Right. Regardless of the population, I'm not even talking about the population right now. The act in and of itself of the fire happening, of the devastation happening,
and the curiousness of just inclusion of this one area.
Yeah, and it's like, once again, and it's like, and now all of a sudden, and Newsom isn't really all that upset about all. It seem like it's like a cartoon or because it seems, I don't know, the whole portal thing just kind of I'm lost on that. Anyway, interesting stuff. And then one of the ones that was talking on this kind of like clip that we were watching too was one of the pilots, if I remember right. Was he a pilot? Anyway, he was on one of the recovery trips where they actually did bring Sasquatch back, at least 3 or 4 of them. So,
really?
And it shouldn't surprise. What's that?
Well, going back to portals, another thing in the Pacific Northwest, we were blessed and inundated with pools, especially in the mountains.
Right.
That's another thing that's leaving that everywhere there. And then we have waterfalls. So us are our streams and our rivers and our waterfalls, roadways, all these have taken the fish, which would have been a resource and again a food item, and made them go away. So I think if we're talking portals, a believable portal could be a body of water or a waterfall over a cave, right? That's a realistic portal that could transport quite a lot of people easily. And then something that would cause people to want to visit or even cause confusion because we're destroying those said waterways so quickly. You know what I'm saying? That even those mountain streams are going away.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And when it's weird when you travel, because having been out of state here recently, just not that many months ago, as I was traveling along the states more on the west side of the country, there's a lot of areas at a lot of different elevations where the lakes are dry, where the riverbeds are dry. The waters run out. It's like, and it's just like, weird stuff, it's like, and I realize, that's something that, the cycle goes over and over and over and over. But, at the same time though, too, it's like, where do we get water from?
Yeah.
Oz, are you with us? Oz McCause.
He's with us in spirit.
Well, I guess, and I've asked him now. I guess he is. Okay, well, great. Let's see. So, where do we want to go from here? I don't know. Pardee, where do we want to go from here? We've got. Oh, I'm sorry. Actually, let me be rude and interrupt you yet again. I brought something to the table for us tonight. So let's see if I can figure out how to share it. I believe this is what I want to do. I hope I got it right. Where's it at? Crap. It did not pull it. Oh, did it? I don't know if that's it or not. Okay, well, shoot. I had actually some small clips of
That's almost the last
Sasquatch,
time I saw
but I
it.
don't have them. So
Yeah, it is. Don't let Chris forget to tell you guys that there's so many caves underneath Springfield that the Kraft factory has like 1 million pounds of cheese underneath the city of Springfield.
What?
Yeah,
1 million pounds of cheese.
yeah, look it up. You'll find it. It's right down the street from her house.
Who gets
That's a lot of constipation.
Okay, there's even like a train that runs underground through the cave system.
let's do this instead. Okay, tell me, that's okay. Tell me if you can see that. Can you see that on the screen?
No.
Okay, what about now?
Nothing.
I don't know. Well, you shouldn't have to refresh your screen though. So how, because I'm sharing this and you should be able to see it.
Well, I'm on my phone. Maybe that's why it's not working.
Oh, maybe. Yeah. See, well, that sucks.
Next time I'll put up my computer.
Okay. So let me just narrate what's happening then. People love this kind of thing. It's really Mystery Science 2000 or whatever. Okay. So as this video starts out, listeners, viewers, obviously you'll be able to watch this, but as our listeners are tuning in, so far it's okay. So as the scene opens, it's a big kind of open field, kind of like meadow, not swamp, just a meadow with a tree line, easily 300 to 400 feet away. So it's quite a ways out there. Anyway, and in the midst of all this is a large brown, we can only guess hair-covered creature. And that's where this resumes right here. So here we go. And
I'd love to do an experiment myself and see if I can run the exact same path.
Okay.
We'll just compare the two videos.
All right, let's do it.
The supposed creature in the video had its arms held up, like it was trying to avoid getting cut by the swamp's sharp sawgrass. I'll aim to copy it exactly. The marsh's muddy waters are exhausting to run in, and I barely complete 3/4 of the path seen in the original video before I'm unable to continue.
And just keep in mind, when it happened, the water out here was even higher, and today it's still, difficult.
We compare the two videos and the results are not even close. The figure covered the entire distance in 26 seconds. I've always been a pretty good athlete, but could only complete 3/4 of the same distance in 1 minute and 23 seconds.
And that's that. So, yeah, so what I kind of like what she was saying, they kept showing imagery of this dark figure running through this grass that was easily, like, even to this thing, it was like almost shoulder high, and swamp grass. So it was that sharp grass that, kind of cuts a little bit. But the base of where this thing was at, though, was all like watery and muddy. That's why you couldn't see it. So okay. But okay, so what is
Doug, the neighbor?
What's up?
Doug? Do you know neighbor Doug?
Yes.
Hey, you look like you're in a fishbowl.
That looks like you hotbox your room.
That
too.
No hot boxing going on here. But no, it does look like a fishbowl. It looks like a glow in the dark aquarium.
Yeah, totally does.
Yeah, that's what it looks like. How's everybody?
Good. We just popped on.
Good.
Yep.
All right. Oz will be joining us. Aaron probably won't. So that's totally fine. We are going to talk about the 30 top conspiracy theories tonight.
The 30?
Well, yeah, I mean, like, we're going to try and get through them. I highly doubt it. Since there's only like 30 minutes in this, I doubt that that'll happen. So
Yeah.
we'll just whack away.
Are we going to start with number 30 or number 1?
I think we should start at 30 and count down.
Okay.
Then that's usually how they do it, right? Or not?
Yeah, yep.
It is.
Okay.
So I'm going to do a disclaimer. All of it is demonic. None of it is real, but the demonic principalities and darkness, it is all very real. So what I want to say is, what is the distraction really all about for what's happening? Because that is truly what I believe is in play. But then that's just me. I'm an old-fashioned, very old Christian.
Well, no, I totally get the distraction part for sure, because I think about that an awful lot too. You know, it's like the whole smoke and mirrors kind of thing in a way. But actually, though, I don't know that all of these are, I wouldn't even say that maybe even half of them are demonic necessarily. So at least the ones we're going to cover anyway.
Well, okay, let me just say this.
Yes.
The principalities, and there's 1/3 that actually have opportunity. There's also angels that are our guardians, like we all have, which are not in the dark realm.
Right.
So each of us have our guardian entities, angels, angelic guardianship, which would seem like aliens too, if we're to look, if I actually said, hey, whoever is mine, they probably are working really hard.
Oh yeah, mine too.
But if they manifested, would I think, like, I don't know. Like,
well, alien really just means unknown being, right? So it kind of encompasses all of it.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
When I hear alien, though, I think of, the big bug eyes and the oval head.
For sure. The
right.
oval head. Mm-hmm.
Right.
So this is, and I'm not saying that because ancient scriptures, the Bible, I believe if truly they were created by God, then we would know about them in scripture. And God talks a lot about all the stuff. There's all different kinds of angelic lines and stuff, but I won't go there. But anyway,
I think you already did.
There's a lot there that, is.
I think we've already been there. Thank you very much. I'm pretty sure that's where
Been there, done that. Been there, done that. Hey, Oz. Woo.
Hi, Oz.
Hello. Can you hear me?
Yeah. Yeah.
And we see a little head, which is a little freakish.
You're doing this while you're driving, nerd?
Yeah. I got shit to do.
Okay.
Okay, where's our first one?
Well, we are going to do, we're going to do that. We're going to go to the first one here in just a second. So chill out.
Chill out, Robin. Chill out.
Let's see. I'm dancing as fast as I can.
You're doing a great job.
Yeah, I know. I'm not. Here we go. Okay, cool. And let's see. Let's blow that puppy up. Okay, so 30 crazy. Can you see that? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. 30 crazy conspiracy theories that people actually believe. So we are going to.
Guys, all right. Hey, you guys. This is Mama Heart from Hook, Line, and Thinker podcast here on X Vibe Radio. Keep it right here.
Ow! Boom, boom, boom.
Yo, what's going down? This is your boy WFX. I am doing a show called Hook, Line, and Thinker with DJ D Phoenix on Neo Retro FM, so tune into that.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. Turn up the volume.
All sorts of
There we go. There we go.
One of the samples was a hybrid. What was it a hybrid of? What did
Okay,
one
here
of
we
the
go.
samples was a hybrid. What was it a hybrid of? What did it look like? It's a human form and it's fishy. They're very tall. We refer to them as the aquabarians. So we're mixing all sorts of DNA with human DNA, including plant DNA.
My
One of the
favorite
samples
part,
was a
stop.
hybrid.
Okay, my favorite part is when he says they're fishy.
Yeah.
What kind of 7-foot fishy people? So, Triple T, it's been a while.
Like mermaids.
it's been a while since you've been on with us. Do you call bull or do you think it's legit?
I think it's legit because mermaids was created from a vision. I feel like somebody seen something and created something, right? So it's the same thing like this guy was talking about, you know? There's people that are there's things that are out there that are like humans, but they can adapt. Like he said, he has plant DNA and, you know, fish DNA mixed with human DNA. So you just think of it, you know?
Dude, that's scary
a motherfucking human that can go in the water, come out of the water, probably blend in like a chameleon to the trees, you know what I'm saying? So you know, I could see that.
If it were a movie and you could, you know, the director yells cut at the end and nobody dies or anything, that would be one thing. But I mean, you're talking about like things that are just out there. We don't know if they're friendly or carnivorous or whatever.
Well, they're smart enough to stay away from humans.
Or not.
You know, that's the main thing. They're smart enough to stay away from humans. They come out probably more at night, you know, when humans ain't really out there.
Right.
The sea is deep, dude.
Because, you know, I live in Washington, so there's plenty of areas by the water that's secluded, more of the woods that, you know, that they can live and go right back into the water and nobody's going to see them.
Yeah, without a doubt. And I think the same could be said basically for any cryptids. But because you brought that up, though, what I want to do, this was interesting. And I didn't get a chance to watch all of this, but this is actually along those same lines. This is about.
It's incredible. Like, we barely see them. The last one I saw was 2 years ago. And some people like go their whole lives without seeing them. Really? Yeah, about 2 years ago, doing a kind of routine walk through the jungle with a couple of the locals, and we'd kind of gotten to know each other pretty well by this point. One of the locals says to me, like, do you want to see the mother of the sea? And I just kind of said, yeah, like thinking maybe he's talking about like a massive whale or some kind of a shark. And so we head out on this raft into this kind of really ominous kind of river.
What direction do we want to go here? Do we want to talk about the fog? Do we want to talk about plasmoids, orbs, drones? Do we want to talk about, what do you want to talk about here?
Sure. Go for it. All of it.
The fog. Go with the fog.
Go with the fog.
The fog?
The fog.
Okay. The fog is weird. And I've got a personal story about the fog.
Okay.
Okay. I've lived all over the country. I know what different fogs look like. I even know big particle like misty looks like you could catch it kind of fog, right? And a lot of the videos that I'm seeing is that. But then there are these other ones that, nah, man, that looks like fallout. No kidding, fallout.
Fallout.
Right? It almost looks like ash. It looks like fucking fallout. And I have not seen that. Now we know here we have fog around all the time. Right. We know fog like we know slugs and moss, right?
Yeah.
So we know when the fog is weird, and it has been a lot, but
yes,
it's Washington. Here's what's weird though. So I've got this foster dog, and there's a grass strip right out behind my apartment that I take him to go potty, that we all take them to go potty, and a couple of my neighbors don't pick up their dog poo, right? So, and we all knew the poo fur mold. We've all seen it, right? The hair.
Yeah.
That goes on the poo. Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
So that's not new to me. But what I noticed was that there was all the fog, and then overnight, the whole strip is covered in black fur.
Ooh,
it looked
really?
like, to the extent that I thought maybe an animal got, right?
Oh,
but
wow.
no, it was just this mold. And I saw that and thought, this is weird, right? And then I started seeing TikToks from other people all over the country saying the same thing. So the fact that I saw it before I saw it on TikTok makes it real for me.
Like black fur?
You know what I mean?
Ew,
it looks like black fur.
Like a hazy mold, kind of? Like a black mold, like a hazy mold?
2 inches. It looks like somebody pulled a chunk, of 2-inch hairs out of black dog.
Oh yeah.
Did you collect any of it?
Oh fuck no. But I know I have stepped in it. This dog pulls me everywhere.
no.
Well,
Yeah.
wow. That
I've not heard
But
anything.
what they're
like
saying, yeah, so they're saying that. They're also saying that, it smells funny, it tastes funny. I have noticed a taste. I haven't noticed a smell, but I have a hard time because I have super hound nose and I live 100 feet from Amtrak right here. So everything that comes through here, I smell it. Right? So I never know if it's tankers going by, if it's you know what I mean. Whatever the hell's going by.
Yeah.
Okay.
Huh?
You're by the train tracks?
Yeah. Like literally that grass strip is bordering the chain link fence between that and the actual tracks.
Oh wow. You're very close. We're pretty close.
Very close.
We don't get Amtrak down here. Just freight trains. Go ahead.
Oh yeah, I heard from a friend of mine that
far up in the air it is, but it's basically a ball, circular,
Like a metallic orb.
right? And,
big.
But it's hard to gauge like how far out it is, how big it is.
Yeah, well,
there's nothing really to use as
yes and no.
Okay, how big would you say it is? Not the size of a football field.
No, I would say SUV or bus ish.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah, it's somewhere about there.
To me, like it's maybe quarter mile, half mile out from them. And my guess would be about no more than 500 feet in the air. That's what it looks like to me, but
no, and I think you're about right on all your calculations. Actually,
just based on my brain doing that. Hey, those are the fence posts and and we're passing them at this speed. And yeah, I'm smart enough to do this. Really, I am.
And I guess what I was waiting for was for the atomic age lizard to be regenerated and come to life, so I could use that as like a scale. But
right.
I needed Godzilla in the background on that.
Yeah.
Okay. Just looking at this kid gives me the chills.
As you may know, the Appalachian Mountains are filled with dense, unexplored wilderness, and many people who live in these remote areas state that they have had strange encounters on the land. This being said, take a look at this recent trail cam footage here.
I'm sorry, but that's creepy.
The first shot shows two abnormally skinny humanoid creatures slowly crawling around on the ground. The one in the front has something human-like hanging from its mouth. The second shot shows them briskly walking past, noticing the trail cam.
That's creepy.
Now this footage is just deeply unsettling. The way these creatures just move around is enough to give you nightmares. But commenters believe that these things here were skinwalkers, the demonic witch spirits that shapeshift and disguise themselves within the skin of humans and animals. But others think it could be some other kind of cryptid creature like the rake. Or maybe even something else. And because this was supposedly taken in the Appalachian Mountains, which as I said, have reports of creature sightings often, people believe it even more.
Wow. Ooh, that's creepy.
Okay, but why do I want to tend to think that the unnatural ones like that, like they don't walk right, they don't move right, and my initial instinct is to think fake, right? Because how would a creature have evolved to not use their knees? I guess.
Right.
Okay, so what we're looking at is two really lanky, weird, long, lanky things. The first two are like hands and knees crawling on the desert. Really looks really unnatural. And then the second two are standing up and looking right at you, but they look like something out of a horror movie crossed with Coraline. And I just don't feel like anything natural. Like, okay, so is it demons? Is it, because I don't feel like that's an advanced civilization right there, right?
Right. No,
so
it's almost like Spooky Family going for a midnight walk in a way.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know. That's enough to keep me awake at night, though. I know that much. I'm
Definitely.
not going out in the same area that they were just seen in, that's for sure. Staying far, far away from there. And I advise the same to you there, young lady. Okay, so we just visited that creepy little kid. And okay, do you want to tell the people listening in listener land
what that says? I take a look and then another, how fast that object was going and what was that? I don't like the caption on this at all. But it looks like we're going to look at a UFO. UAP.
Yeah.
Flying saucer. Oh. Okay, we're looking at a plane.
But still, you think it was a skinwalker? Was a werewolf? Middle of the day?
Yep.
You just never know.
Never know.
I had to put it, I had to put in
you
10 gauge panels now out in the backyard.
Really?
Yeah.
What does that mean?
So do you not, and so the dogs don't go out by themselves anymore then, huh?
They do. Now that's it. Nothing can, only a bear's coming in the backyard now by itself. Coyotes can't get through anymore.
Okay. Wow.
Oh, never mind.
They are reclaiming their land.
A lot of them are. That's for sure.
Yeah, I know, and I didn't want to shoot them, so
yeah.
You know, I put out the cougar pee.
Only you can prevent
not from the lady next door, like actual mountain lion pee. I put mountain lion out. It chased them off for a little while.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Well, just remember, only you can prevent forest fires. So keep doing your part.
I will. I will make sure that I wipe afterwards.
There's a really buff Smokey the Bear off on the side of the road, next to one of the new arterials here in town. And I swear, every time I drive by it to go to Walmart, I think it's like this shirtless hitchhiker. And it's the worst thing. And I look over and it's like buff Smokey the Bear.
It's just wishful thinking. Don't even go there.
No, I know. No, I just think that it's odd. Why? I mean, it's like the new artist directory here that should be coming onto a home near you pretty soon. The cover of it, actually, I'll have to find it now that I say it, is about as gay as you can get. Okay, what is this in my yard? What is
that your
this
yard?
In my yard? No, this
is that your yard?
No.
Oh.
I don't know whose yard it is, but look at this.
That's a kookaburra. Oh, wait. Do that again.
One more time.
Here's what I saw.
Is he moving them?
A little bit. You guys see the kookaburra? It's a kookaburra.
Okay.
There's a kookaburra, but that wood up above looks like a demon standing over it, like a gargoyle.
Okay, can you see my cursor at all?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't.
You don't? Okay.
I don't.
If you can see my cursor with my mouse, I'm going around what I think is the head.
At the very top?
Yeah, at the top of the pole. It's like
So I think
whatever it is like either standing and has very short legs or is almost like kind of laying. And like this is its foot here. But I definitely see what looks to be like an arm, a hand, a head with a nose and a mouth and an eye.
And he's looking like this.
Directly at the camera.
The funny thing is that I think that's just wood, and the what the person was zooming in on is if you go down beneath what you would look at, like that dude's arm, the weird looking thing's armpit, that's actually a bird's head sticking out of the top of a hollow piece of wood.
Is this like a bird's head over to the right here?
In this way.
Right over the A. There's the beak.
Yes. Okay, I do see that. Really?
Yeah, it looks like a kookaburra just sticking its head out.
So the whole thing is just it's all totally on perspective then.
I think it's just
1,000%.
Yeah, I think it's the
Let's watch it one more
perspective
time.
on yeah.
Oh, I don't know.
Okay, also,
I see movement.
so also I have to say,
Yeah.
so when they're moving in, we're already getting the appearance of the movement. But I have a friend who carves these little like
Hi, this is Drew from Strange Advance, and you're listening to The Groove Zone with DJ D Phoenix.
So you were in Portland?
Portland, yeah.
I was in Portland.
I could not remember. Okay. How was it?
It was good.
Are the streets still strewn with dead bodies and mace cans?
The homeless situation is awful down there.
Is it really?
It's awful. Yeah, it's really, really sad.
I was down in Olympia a couple of hours ago, and gosh, it's nice to have the Parkway back. Oh. We're gonna have M&M pie.
What if you want? What
you said? I heard bacon.
Is that what she said?
I heard bacon.
You don't mind all the international calls I'm making on your phone, right?
Oh, international calls.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
International.
She's trying to make a joke here.
I should probably turn the volume up because I'm reading this.
I heard she's gonna trade you to make international calls. She's gonna give you bacon.
Okay. Well, I'll take what I can get.
Okay.
Oh shit! My mic volume was way down. Is that better, guys?
Oh my gosh, I can actually hear you.
Okay, yeah. Sorry about that.
Viewer discretion is advised.
We get near to zero, the temperature will continue to rise. And so that's that.
Nothing can stop him.
You're crazy.
Right.
You don't know what you're talking about.
Because I like what you're saying about police state.
Yeah.
Widespread scale?
Yes.
Or at least the beginnings of it anyway?
No, it's widespread scale. I think they know they can't do it right now, but look at Australia.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I still don't.
Australia gave up their guns about 10, 11 years ago, and now they just sit there and do. Well, they are chasing the police off finally, which is great. But
did they really do that?
I've got video where there's 200, 300, 400 people chasing the cop cars down the street, busting the windows out. I'm like, man, this could turn into a civil war down there,
Oh
man.
man, I watched guys running towards these police officers, throwing fists, knocking police officers down.
Yeah.
What's
getting ugly down there? You're just not hearing it on the main news.
Probably. Yeah.
And you won't.
Can I say something, Darren? Remember I sent you that one post a while back about the high sergeant in the Australian force, and she quit because she couldn't enforce the Orwellian ways that they were adapting.
Right. Right. That's nuts. I didn't realize though that Australia had given up their arms.
Yeah, I didn't know that about Australia, but I'm not surprised.
Perhaps you're wondering why I'm telling you all this. And I wonder myself.
My question, or at least my first question anyway, Drew, is in all of your travels, or even when you're just hanging out at home, has there ever been a time when you've looked up at the sky and seen anything that you can't quite explain?
Whoa.
Yeah, I know, huh?
Yeah. I mean, there's a few times where I was down in Devon last week, visiting my dogs and my
okay.
And it was a beautiful day. We're on the beach. And I was looking up, and there was a cloud which looked just like a dog looking down at me. And I thought it was quite relevant because I'd not seen my dogs for a long time.
Really?
And then I looked up and I saw this huge looking dog, which was a big cloud, but the face was so dog-like, really, you know?
That the way the clouds form sometimes, it's just totally amazing.
Yeah.
In fact, we just watched a video here within the last couple of weeks on the podcast. We still don't know what it was, but somebody was filming You know, one thing too about these days, there's so many amateur filmmakers in the making that, you know, and between the apps that they're able to use, some of the video footage that's coming out these days of like aerial phenomenon, UFOs and that type of thing.
Sure.
You cannot tell if it's legitimate or not.
No. There's some very interesting ones out there. I just realized that your question.
That's okay. I like.
You were expecting me to say some sort of like alien, and I came up with a dog.
I like. That's totally fine though.
It's interesting, I think. Dog-shaped clouds. I mean, that's
I didn't specifically. Yeah, no, and I was very careful to skirt around that. So no, but as the time has gone on, and I've gotten a chance to talk with more and more musicians, it's interesting some of the stories that are out there. Because
What about you two? What about you two? You must have stories of the same question. Any answers to that?
I'll jump on real quick. I actually got a chance to report my first UFO this last September. I was flying back from Indiana, and we were above eastern Idaho, so about 90 minutes left of the flight back into Seattle. And I was already looking out the window anyway, just because I'm kind of fascinated and freaky that way. But I was already looking out the window anyway, and out of the corner of my eye, I see what it looked to be about the size of a school bus.
Right.
But it looked like a quote unquote Tic Tac. And it was, you know, it kind of caught my eye. And so I start watching it, and then it dawns on me, Drew, whatever it was about halfway between us and the ground. So I would say probably somewhere about maybe 15,000 feet below us. So maybe it would have been a little, well, even at 15,000 though, it would still be about the same size. Anyway, I watched this thing fly above the mountains, and it was going the opposite direction. And I looked back, and there was a young guy. He was on a break. He was a Marine, and he had his headset in. And I go, I think I'm seeing a UFO. And he takes his headset off and goes, what? I go, I think I'm seeing a UFO. He's like, oh. And he puts his headset back on. And I'm just like, I could not get my phone out quick enough.
Yeah.
I know it was not a drone. It was not a plane.
Yeah.
It wasn't a weather balloon. You could tell that there was a propulsion system there because of the speed that it was going, but I don't know what it was.
Wow.
That kind of thing gives me the heebie-jeebies.
You know what? No, but the thing is as well, I think that there is got to be things out there. There really has got to be things out there. I mean, we're sort of shocked when we see things like that. But when you think about it, there probably is lots of things knocking around like that, you know?
I believe there's a possibility of alien life, yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. I think what it breaks down to for a lot of people, though, is so what does that alien life look like? You know, does that alien life look like E.T., you know, the cute little thing with the big finger that needs to go home? Or is it a little more malevolent, and is it more along the lines of, say, something like Predator, you know, that's going to come and eat us all?
Well, let's hope not.
Right. Well, yeah, no doubt. Or something in between. Okay.
What about you, DJ Duckie?
Yeah.
I haven't seen anything like that. So I haven't seen anything that I thought was a UFO. But I do believe in the possibility of aliens. I mean, there's got to be some of all the bazillion worlds out there. I do believe in the possibility of aliens. I mean, there's got to be some of all the bazillion worlds out there. There's got to be.
Yeah, I agree.
There's got to be other life in some form.
Right. Right.
And I don't know if there's necessarily spaceships that can reach us yet or not. You know, I'm a skeptic by nature, but I'm also open-minded in that if I see evidence that looks legit, I'll believe it. You know, if it. I'm open-minded as far as that goes.
Yeah.
Duckie's been on a couple of shows where he has poo-pooed everything we've said.
Yeah.
He'll start What's that?
Oh, sorry. Go ahead. I didn't mean.
Oh, no. And so it's nice to have kind of a what's the word for it? An antagonist, or yeah. And I think it's intriguing. You know, the whole like you know, unidentified flying object kind of thing. It's just kind of fascinating.
No, it is. I think, I believe in UFOs conceptually. It's just that it might take a higher standard of evidence to convince me than, you know, a fuzzy video. Although that first video we were looking at, that was on the last episode of the show.
Yeah.
That was pretty convincing. Yeah, there
Oh,
You never know.
yeah, Drew, we caught a bit of video footage. Ozzy Osbourne and his wife Sharon. Son Jack has his own show now, and Jack was showing mom and dad this video footage, relatively recent, of an airline pilot. I don't remember where he was flying over, but he sees something and grabs his camera phone and is actually able to catch this thing on film for not even a full minute, but long enough to kind of get a good view of this thing. And they don't know what it was, but he was high enough. It couldn't have been any kind of balloon or anything like that.
It was probably Ozzy getting out of bed in the morning.
I think he was flying over Colombia. I think
Is that what it was?
I think it was over Colombia. Yeah.
Right. And granted,
better then.
in a lot of areas you have hotspots. Okay, so I see according to the timer, we are actually running out of time quick.
Or maybe some nuts.
So
or maybe some
really
nuts.
cool idea about us maybe doing an episode out of a graveyard back here somewhere, and I just don't know if I want to go that route or not.
Why's that?
There's somewhere about 15, maybe 20 minutes or so from here. It's supposed to be one of the most haunted graveyards in the country.
It probably is.
Probably is, but if you were back here, though, I know what you'd have to say, which would be, and I kind of mentioned that to him. I don't want to go knocking on doors that I want to answer.
Right. I understand that completely. I do. I mean, I used to do this stuff, and now I've done a 180 for perfectly good reasons.
Right. I'm not sure what Dig's up to right now.
I'm sitting here thinking I'm talking about Posey Chapel.
Posey Chapel. Well, then give us some intro as far as what Posey Chapel is. Or not, whichever.
People go out there. There's all kinds of like seances and everything out there.
Well, back in the 90s, there was.
Okay, well, that right there tells me that that's not anywhere that I want to go hang out.
Exactly.
Every square, 34th Street, Broadway, every section of the city is guarded. No one knows where the monster will strike next.
I liked it because it was like once in a while, and I wouldn't want it every single video though. How annoying.
I didn't mind it when it was on the heavy metal videos, but when it was on the cool new wave ones, though, I didn't like it.
Did you ever see the pop-up movies? Like,
no.
Trying to think of, oh my gosh, they did, what's the one? Damien?
Damien.
The Omen. Around Halloween, they did that one, and it was they did pop-ups during the whole thing.
Commentary.
I couldn't believe some of the things that went down during the filming of that movie. You can look
like as far as accidents and stuff.
Yes, like pianos dropping, mirrors slicing people in half. I mean, it's crazy stuff.
Really?
Yeah, terrible.
I haven't heard
terrible
that.
really. And I thought, wow, and that brings me also to this current event with. Did we already discuss this last week? The Alec Baldwin.
I don't even know if we've touched on it yet.
Yeah, that's very sad, man. How could they screw up like that, babe? I don't like.
I'm sorry.
That.
Well, okay.
Yeah, that's a sad one.
Well, and it reminds me of Brandon Lee.
Yeah, they mentioned that, and
another Illuminati sacrifice.
No, it's just like, I mean, how could they be so careless on the set to do that? Have live rounds.
What we thought back then.
And I thought actually after Brandon died, I thought they did away with that.
Oh, and they did, didn't they?
What do you mean? Did away with it.
Not having live rounds on movie sets.
Yeah.
Did away with it as far. Oh, I thought you said got away.
They didn't. They didn't do away with that. They said now they're going to do away with real guns. I'm like, really?
Yeah, right.
All the guns in movies now are going to have orange tips?
And then not only that,
if it saved a life or two, I'd be okay with that.
They have the means to create things that look just like real guns. I don't understand why they don't do that.
They're going to try to charge Alec Baldwin with manslaughter.
No
maybe.
way.
Yeah.
For real?
Yeah.
Okay, that's
kind of. I can see that though. I mean, whether or not he intended to do it, somebody's still dead.
As far as I know, there's a procedure that happened, or not procedure, but where they have a couple of different people are supposed to check these weapons and make sure they're blanks or whatever they call it. And One guy admitted he did not check, and he was also fired from another movie where an accident occurred.
Really?
Someone got shot. Yeah, I'll try and get these names for you.
Illuminati ritual sacrifice. That's what I'm saying.
Oh,
Listen, Uncle Shecky, take it somewhere else.
but I don't know. I regardless, it's just sad. It's really sad. The lady was I believe she was a director and had a
Oh,
lot
was
of,
she?
yeah.
Oh,
I'll try and find it.
Okay. I haven't really paid that much attention to it,
Mhm.
partially because I don't ever really watch the news, other than like Bigfoot sightings and stuff like that.
Well, same here. It's selective news for me. I found it on like my, where I get certain things sent to me that I like to,
Right.
find out what's going on.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know.
Dig, it looks like you're trying to say something. What do you want to share, man? No? No, nothing to share?
No.
Okay. I like your pictures. How's that slideshow going?
Which slideshow?
The one behind you.
Yeah, what's that latest one? That's cool.
That's him in Afghanistan or Iraq.
That was in Iraq at a special force.
Wait. Oh, you were in Iraq?
Yeah.
Can you pull it up, Darren? I can't see.
Actually, it's all him. There you go. Can you see that?
No, I mean, can you enlarge it?
No, that's as big as.
Oh, there you go. Wow, that's you. Wow.
That's me. That's posing for Captain Morgan.
Yeah, I see it.
Seriously, it
the
is.
Boots.
Yeah, were you on a recon?
I can see it. Yeah.
It really is. That was for Captain Morgan contest.
You betcha.
Yeah.
When you're ready.
Okay, let's go. This is James Peck from Pepe Deluxe, and you're listening to Groove Zone.
You rock. You're awesome.
Occasionally.
Well, only occasionally. Yeah, I know. No black.
You're listening to the hottest internet station.
Out on the front patio porch, and all of a sudden I look over and Jerry's getting his head bashed in on the fucking third step, concrete step, and blood's coming out of his ears, and like everyone runs out and pulls Rex off of Jerry. And then Jerry they take Jerry to the hospital, and Jerry's like, grab me a beer, to the hospital, he's cracking a beer. And then they wanted him to stay for a long, like, you need to stay at the hospital. He left, against medical advice, shows up to our house the next day. His blood's still all over our porch. And it stayed, that blood was stained on our porch for as long as I could remember. And
because you don't want to clean that up.
No one cleaned it up. It just was. It was just like decorations, a story,
Because they're too busy feeding pot to the animals, and the kids are high on coke. That is some. Yeah. You can't make stuff like this up.
You need to write a book.
Another true story.
And now.
Did you ever see the footage of somebody had? I can't remember. It was a camera. Anyway, they zoomed it in on the moon. It was a full moon.
Yeah.
And on the lower left corner of the moon, you saw shit tons of white things flying out of the moon. Do you remember that footage?
I don't think
It was
I ever
about
saw that.
5 years ago, maybe.
Now I've seen ones involving the moon that like they're going across like between the person.
Hang on. I'm gonna try and find it.
Okay. Yeah,
Oh my God, dude, this was just trippy.
And you said hundreds or?
Oh, there were shit tons of them.
Shit
just
tons.
coming right out of the side of the moon.
Shit tons. Okay, and I've got to. I need to look at the definition, the numerical definition of shit tons. 51,573. Okay, that's shit tons.
Camera showing tiny spots shooting out of the moon.
Here's another interesting story that's in the news.
Oh, I bet you anything they probably scrubbed.
In the news, rattling and rolling.
Hi guys, we are Soldiers of Monochrome. We are live on Neo Retro FM.
Just like that.